With all due respect to the Honorable Marcoleta, but it is the humble submission of this representation that the issue being raised is a matter which falls under the jurisdiction and concern of the Committee on Rules, which apparently referred this inquiry in aid of legislation to this humble committee. So, with all due respect, Honorable Marcoleta, I believe that the discussion of this concern is already moot and academic in as far as the Committee on Public Account is concerned.
With all due respect, I beg to disagree, Mr. Chair, simply because I think before the resolution was filed, there should already be a contemplated legislative purpose. That was the postulate given by no less than the former Chief Justice. The reason being that if there is no legislative purpose, we will be concentrating on matters that may not be related to that purpose. As a matter of fact, one of the other limitations set out in this case is the pertinency of the question asked. This is related to the first. Why? If we have no existing legislative purpose, the questions that may be asked could be anything. It would be a wayward questioning until probably somehow one may think of something that could be a subject of legislation. That is not the case. I think this particular pronouncement of the former Chief Justice is designed to guide us. I think that should be the golden standard. There should be a legislative purpose, because if we do not have, we would not be able to at least formulate the kind of questions that we would like to ask. Like what? Maybe we will, as a matter of fact, again, with all due respect, the exercise of the inquiry of legislative purpose is rooted in Article 6, Section 21 of the Philippine Constitution. But there is another one. There is another function which is related to that. This is the oversight function, which is in Section 22 of the same article. Iba po yung oversight, iba po yung inquiry in aid of legislation. I think that is the distinction here. We should be guided by that. So kung wala pong contemplated legislative purpose, baka kung saan-saan po tayo. Ang gusto po natin, diretso. We should be focused, Mr. Chair. This is the kind of hearing that we would like to do in the first place.
Thank you.
Wala pong problema, Mr. Chair, dun sa ni-repair ito. That is the process. Walang debate doon. But I believe it presupposes already a legislative po. Parang may nakabalangkas na. Halimbawa po ako, if you will read the Neri, yung pong treatise ni Mr. Chief Justice, sinabi pa niya yung mga landmark cases na napakarami po, including Arnold versus Nazareno. Kasi po, ang sabi niya, kailangan pong meron tayong contemplated legislative purpose. Ang mangyayari po noon, halimbawa sabi niya, meron kang duda, baka sakaling a provision of that legislative purpose might impact on certain sectors which are not yet clear to you. So, ang sabi niya, you should ask people by way of an inquiry. Kaya po tatawagin natin ang mga taong ito, katulad ng ginagawa natin ngayon, to help us complete and satisfy all the provisions of a contemplative legislative purpose. So kung wala po yun, Mr. Chair, baka po humaba lang, sayang po yung panahon. Ang pagtatanong, iba-ibang ganun, like po nang nangyari sa maraming pagkakataon, Mr. Chair. Pabalik-balik hanggang sa... Yun lamang po ang aking worry, Mr. Chair. Wala pong ibang intention kung di makatulong tayo, focus, at para madali po natin, kung may gagawin tayong legislative mga panukalang batas, kailangan nandito na po, wag natin pong ilagay yung kalesa na nauuna po sa kabayo, Mr. Chair. Salamat po.
Thank you for that manifestation, Congressman Marcoleta. And you want to, please, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I agree with Congressman Marcoleta that that is the intent of that decision. But, Mr. Chair, as correctly stated by Congresswoman Luistro, that should have been taken up with the Committee on Rules. Now that it has been referred to the committee, I'm also sure that the case cited by Congressman Marcoleta did not require Congress to have an existing or proposed legislation before we could conduct investigations in native legislation. In fact, some of the probable output of this hearing would be correcting certain rules of COA regarding auditing, including our old local government code, which could probably be also amended as a result of this investigation, Mr. Chair. What he was saying was right, Mr. Chair, in a sense that the investigation must lead somewhere, and that somewhere must be in a form of legislation. So I agree with Congressman Marcoleta, but at the same time, this investigation is not for any other purpose other than pursuing probable legislation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Vice Chair
If I
Sir,
just-
sandali po, please, before you speak, Congressman Marcoleta, please wait to be recognized by the chairman. Congressman Marcoleta, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It is precisely the reason why there should be a legislative purpose, Mr. Chair. Yung pong ating gagawin, it's not for a possible lead to a legislation that might be taught later on. Hindi po yung afterthought eh. Ang sinasabi po nung Neri versus Senate, yung pong kahalagahan ng legislative purpose para focus na focus po tayo. Kapag alam po natin yung purpose natin, pati the kind of questions and the persons na gusto nating tanungin, alam natin kung sinong departamentong makakatulong na sa atin because meron nang nakabalangkas na isang panukalang batas. Kung wala po yun, wayward nga po yun. So mas maganda po yung meron nang nandyan kaysa po isipin pa natin, oo nga pala, pwede palang magyari na magkaroon pa tayo ng batas sapagkat meron tayo sigurong nakalkal. Parang gano'n. Baligtad, Mr. Chair. Salamat po.
Thank you, Congressman Marcoleta. Last to speak before the chair will deliver my manifestation of position with regards to the query or manifestation made by Congressman Marcoleta. Yes, Chairman Ako, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I do not want to debate with the erudite Honorable Marcoleta, soon to be senator. But there's a Supreme Court decision also entitled Romero versus Estrada, decided in 2009, which states or which clarified that a legislative investigation in aid of legislation is different from court proceedings. Inquiries in aid of legislation are utilized to enable the legislative body to gather information and thus legislate wisely and effectively, and to determine whether there is a need to improve existing laws or enact new or remedial legislation, even if the inquiry need not result in any potential legislation. Kasi if we really would want to come up with a law or to amend any law, there's a need for the legislative body in its inquiry to gather information and data to guide the legislators to come up with a law. I think that was the intent of Romero versus Estrada, decided in the year 2009, Mr. Chair. There was a debate on whether the COA can conduct a special fraud audit regarding the allegations from Mr. Antonio Alabata and the People's Coalition Against Crime and Corruption. According to COA, pursuant to their circular, they're not supposed to conduct or form special fraud audit teams and conduct special fraud audits. Now, in spite of that, the committee directed the COA to conduct a special fraud audit. May I know what is the current stand of COA, Mr. Chair?
Good morning.
Comsec. Please go up, please.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson and honorable members of the committee. I am Attorney Patrick Teves from the Fraud Audit Office. Your Honor, I would like to make a correction first because the COA resolution pertains only to the temporary suspension of the creation of fraud audit teams. If provided that one of the respondents or the persons involved are candidates for our upcoming national and local elections. And the period is only during the election period or from October 1, 2024 up to May 12, 2025. And there are two exceptions under the resolution of COA 2024-04-14. First is the preliminary assessment and evaluation of the requests or complaints for fraud audit are still being conducted. There is no suspension as to the assessment of requests. And second, if pending fraud audits are also not suspended, if a person involved has later on filed his COC. So the resolution, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, only pertains to the temporary suspension of creation of a fraud audit team during the rationale being that, Your Honor, we have to uphold the political neutrality of the Commission as well as to insulate our fraud audit team, our special audit team members from harassment and political repercussions during the election period, Your Honor. However, on May 13, there is already no temporary suspension of the creation of fraud audit teams, Your Honor.
So what is the current stand of COA about the directive of this committee for you to conduct a special fraud audit?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, regarding the subject matter, Your Honor, I believe our from the audit team leader will have to answer as to the current status of the complaint, Your Honor.
Were you present in the last hearing?
No, Your Honor.
And that's why you did not hear or you were not able to listen to the debate between the COA representatives and the members of this committee. Na pinipilit ng mga COA representatives na hindi po pwede because of your circular. Ang sinasabi naman ng members ng committee nito, it is our sworn duty to conduct this investigation, and the conduct of a fraud audit is essential to the conduct of this investigation. Di po ba? And in spite of that, the chairman directed COA to conduct a special audit. That is why I'm asking what is now this current status of that order.
Your Honor, as to the ATL will have to, before the ATL will answer, Your Honor, I do believe that the complaint will have to be assessed and evaluated preliminarily for the conduct of fraud audit, Your Honor. So there is no suspension as to the assessment, Your Honor.
So, since there is no suspension,
only the
from COA, ano na po ang ginagawa ninyo as a compliance to the directive of this committee? Yun po ang tinatanong ko.
Your Honor, may I seek the assistance of our ATL, Your Honor?
Was he present in the last hearing? No, also. Kasi yun yung problema eh. Kasi nagkaroon po ang debate in the last hearing because of the COA coming up with that circular na hindi pwedeng mag-conduct ng fraud audit from October to May. October of 2024 to May of 2025. If I remember it right. Yun po ang debate. But in spite of that, because of our constitutional duty to conduct inquiry in aid of legislation, dinirect ng chairman namin yung COA to conduct a fraud audit. Now, are you defying the directive of the chairman? Kaya ako tinatanong eh. Mr. Chair, alam niyo po kasi, ang trabaho pa natin hanggang February 12. when the official campaign period will start. Are you trying to tell us, COA, na hindi kami magtatrabaho up to February 12? Magtatrabaho pa rin kami. Kaya nga tayo nandito eh. Pero yung reason ninyo is mandated na October of 2024 up to May of 2025, hindi na kayo mag-recreate o magko-conduct pati ng fraud audit. But Congress is still working up to February 12. When it will. Even beyond kung kinakailangan. Diba? Bakasyon nga, nagko-conduct kami ng hearing eh. Are you trying to tell us that because of your directive or circular, matitigil din yung trabaho namin? Is that what you're trying to tell us, Attorney?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, we do not intend to stop the honorable members of Congress to stop them from working, Your Honor.
Kasi sa susunod siguro, tama yung sabi ni Chairman Paduano. Sabihan ninyo yung Central Office na gumawa po ng circular. Something is amiss. Kung yung circular nyo sana would start February 12 up to May 12 after the election, okay. Kasi lahat naman ng mga congressmen, karamihan sa kanila nangangampanya. Yung mga senador, starting February 12, nangangampanya. Hindi ba? Pero para bang ang sinasabi ninyo, basta't maski meron pa ring trabaho yung Congress, hindi kayo pwedeng mag-form ng special audit. Why? Because according to your statement from your mouth, because you want to maintain your political neutrality. Yung official campaign period will start second week of February. Di ba?
Sure.
So, bakit parang tinatali nyo yung kamay namin? Kasi yung investigasyon namin dito would be dependent on your findings also. Would you agree with me, Attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Mr. Chair.
Kaya nga yun ang gusto ng chairman namin. Nagkaroon ng debate last time. Bring it up to your central office, which came up with your circular. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi yun ang aming stand dito sa Kongreso. That the work of Congress will start until it is mandated to stop. And you, the agencies of government, must also continue to help us. Kung gano'n ang mangyayari, di ako, payag na ako, hindi ako magtrabaho. Magsisweldo. Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Yun lang naman ang nire-request ng chairman. Ang tanong ko lang naman tinatanong ko, ano yung current status, yung directive ng aming committee na mag-create kayo ng, o mag-conduct kayo ng fraud audit. And sagot, meron na pala kayong ginagawa kung bakit hindi nyo pa sinagot kaagad yun Di ba? Kaya tuloy tayo, nagkakagulo. Di ba? Simple. Kagaya na sabi ni Honorable Flores, simple lang yung tanong ko. Ano na ang inyong ginagawa doon sa directive ng aming committee na mag-conduct kayo ng fraud audit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Chairman Akop, with the indulgence, Chairman Akop. Now, sir, you were not present during the previous hearing, di ba?
Yes, Your
Ma'am,
Honor.
ikaw, wala ka rin. Who are those present during the last hearing po? Please, ma'am. Are you aware of the debate that was mentioned by Chairman Akop during the previous hearing, the first
Yes.
hearing? And you, sir, also? Di ba? Parang nandito ka nung nakaraan, di ba? So, sir, I think malinaw po yung directive na sa inyo from this committee to the chairman that in the next hearing you update us on what will be the position of the COA, not your region, because the memorandum or the resolution was approved and circulated by the central office, and you cannot defend it. Di ba? Dapat doon sa central office nyo pinadala na ito yung debate, ito yung nangyari dito, ito yung directive na binaba ng committee through the chairman, ano ngayon yung magiging stand natin? Di ba? Ma'am, anybody from the COA that were present during the last hearing?
Good morning. Good morning, sir, to everyone. We would like if you give us an authority to present to you our audit team leader who can discuss this matter of the status of the requests of the Honorable Congress. May we call first our representative from our Fraud Audit Division Regional Office.
Before you answer, ma'am, anyway, I just want to make it clear that we also sent an official letter addressed to Chairperson Cordova. And now we are asking COA, which is present today, what is the reply? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, kung hindi nyo kaya, di papatawag ko siya next hearing.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Ma'am Risa, before you, I will recognize you. Please, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think the question of Congressman Akop was pretty straightforward and simple naman. First is, can you answer categorically whether or not a fraud audit was conducted as a request, as a result of the order of this committee? Yan lang po muna. Yes or no? No. Yes. Who can answer?
No po, sir.
No.
Because the request po was being treated under our rules of procedure for the conduct or for the complaint or information of fraud and request for fraud audit referred to COA or requested to COA. Meron po kaming existing guidelines for that matter, sir. So based on our rules of procedure, the request was referred to the audit team leader who is considered by our rules to be the competent audit unit to assess the complaint or the request and then evaluate.
I'm sorry to cut you, ma'am. Ma'am Risa, this is the first time that you join a hearing dito.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, ganito po. We're not questioning about your internal rules. We're questioning about the RESO. Yung 2014-014. Ang ano kasi, of course, I understand. Kasi ma'am, yung question of fraud audit, yung mga assistant team leaders, no? Kayo mga officers doon sa fraud audit teams. Modestly aside, kabisado na po namin yon. What we're asking is the reply of COA with regards to our directive in relation to your RESO. Hindi po yung internal, intindihan na po namin yan. You have to check, you have to evaluate. Intindihan na. Kaya nga may problema tayo dyan. It will take around more than a year. Di ba? Kung titingnan mo, timetable niya is only 8 months. Kabisado na po namin yan, ma'am. No, what I'm telling is, you guys, that you have to report to this committee what is the official position of the COA in relation to the debate that happens last hearing, no, tungkol doon sa House, sa COA Resolution number 2014-014. Yun po, we will not discuss yung internal, alam na po namin yun, ma'am, na yung process. Ang question na yun is, did you inform and get the official position of the COA Central or not? Yun po.
Sir.
Please, ma'am.
Yes. In view of the invitation of our to conduct preliminary evaluation to the present audit team regarding the request for fraud audit.
So, andyan na, Chairman Akop, nandyan pala eh. So, may initial, but ito mama, okay. Now, that if your regional office or head of the regional COA office in regards to the issue we're being discussed today. Now, question doon, ma'am, are you defying your RESO?
Actually, sir, yan po yung naging basis. Yan po yung ginamit namin, yung resolution for the conduct of the initial evaluation by the present audit team. So the issues here po, ito po yung kanilang...
Kaya lang po, ang RESO nyo, ang gist ng RESO nyo, ang 2024-014
No,
is
no, sir, what I mean
prohibiting
is...
COA prohibiting COA to create a fraud audit teams.
No, sir. What I mean, sir, is the House resolution. Now, the issues, yes.
Our House.
Yes, opo. Ito po yung ginagamit ngayon ng present team in the assessment,
Pero
in the
may
initial
clearance ba yan sa
evaluation.
central office?
Sa regional office, sir.
Regional office?
Tapos
Yes.
downloaded na po sa amin sa audit team po. Sa amin po sa
Your Honor, may I explain, Your
province
Honor?
Sandali
Actually-
po, you're not yet regress. Pusin mo po muna yung kasama mo.
Yes, sir.
Please, ma'am, please.
Okay po.
Finish.
So if you may, Your Honor, we would like to present the present audit team to present to you the status of the instruction provided to them by our regional office regarding po the issue provided in the invitation po.
Gaano kaya kahaba? Asya na. Sir, ikaw na mag-explain.
Auditor Vanessa.
Ah,
She would report to you po the
Okay.
status.
Now, ma'am, kindly turn off the microphone. Ma'am, before I recognize you, sir, ano po yung interjection mo?
Sir, Your Honor, I would like to explain that actually the assessment and evaluation, Your Honor, is not prohibited by the COA resolution. Right now, the ATL is conducting the initial assessment and evaluation of the request. The COA resolution only pertains to the suspension of the creation of fraud audit teams, Your Honor. But the preliminary assessments, Your Honor, are being conducted right now. Yes, sir.
Sir, huwag mong i-dectomize yung yung discussion. Kasi sir, kunwari, the result of the assessment should be done or to create a fraud audit team for this issue. Anong gawin nyo?
Your Honor, the initial assessment made by the
Ang
ATL,
tanong
Your
ko,
Honor.
anong gawin nyo? You will create a fraud audit team based on the assessment?
Not yet, Your Honor. It will be.
Hindi nga, tanong ko, yes or no?
No, not yet, Your
O,
Honor.
di wala rin. Wala survey. Ang sinasabi ko kasi, makinig ka sir, yung sinasabi mo, the assessment is not prohibited. Tama. But what if the assessment gives you the basis to create and conduct a fraud audit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, you will comply with this resolution or it will be based on the assessment?
Your Honor, according to our guidelines, the Fraud Audit Office will make its own evaluation first for approval by the Commission proper, Your Honor.
But you have ang question kasi ngayon, yung sinasabi mo, sir, yung process nyo, yung sinasabi ko, ito mismong reso na it was discussed last hearing na may problema to. And we supposedly, you refer to us what is the stand of the COA Central. Yun po. Kasi, ang sinasabi mong, we are not prohibited to conduct an assessment. Of course. But what if the assessment will be favorable to create a fraud audit team and to pursue the fraud audit?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, then the Fraud Audit Office will recommend for the creation, but however...
Mali nga, boss. Mali nga, sir. Ang sinasabi ko nga, kasi wala ka nung nakaraan, ito yung problema nyo eh. Ang sabi ko nga, dapat nag-report kayo dun sa central office nyo, ito yung discussion dito, ito yung sulat ni Chairman Paduano, ano ngayon yung tindig nyo? Pagbalik nyo, hindi, we'll stand by our reso. You, please don't explain to us the process na you are not prohibited to assess, of course. But what if, kung favorable for the creation of fraud audit and to pursue the fraud audit investigation, maproblema kasi babalik na naman kayo doon. Now, sa kanyo na naman ito baguhin. Di ba? Pinapaikutan nyo kasi. Ang ano lang ngayon, directive sa inyo is to inform. May sulat kami. Di ba? Ang question ngayon dito is the reso. Not yung internal process nyo. Alam ko na yung sagot mo. Kung favorable po, yung assessment namin, di ba? You need clearance from the central na naman. Because of why? What? Because of this reso, di ba? Tama?
Sure.
Oh, that you cannot create your own fraud audit team and you cannot proceed with the fraud audit investigation because of this reso. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, iyon. Kaya ang gusto naming marinig ngayon is your report with regards to the question and debate that happens last hearing. Yun po. Don't discuss to us about the you're not prohibited. Alam na namin yun. Kasi natural na regular na trabaho niyo yun. But at the end of the day, yung question namin is this reso. Diba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, do you want to say something? Ate, malinaw, sir, ha? Ma'am, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. What attorney said was correct, that currently I am undertaking the initial assessment of the allegations embodied in the House resolution. And you're correct that the results of my assessment will determine whether to create a fraud audit or if there is a predication of fraud. And that will be depending on the fraud audit office and the central.
Eh, yun nga eh. Bakit depende sa central? Because of this reso, di ba, ma'am? Tama? Ang kuni-question ngayon yung reso, and this committee needs report from your office kung ano yung posisyon nyo based on the debate na nangyari. Kasi kami, kaya nga, we directed you, no? Directed you to conduct a fraud audit with regards to the issue sa mataas na kahoy. But of course, because of this reso, iakyat nyo dapat sa taas. Para pagbalik nyo dapat, ang posisyon talaga ng ano, is to amend ba or stand by this reso. Yun po. I hope in the next hearing, malinaw po. But of course, we have, Chairman ako, next hearing, siguro we have to write a letter to Chairman Cordoba once again, na yung mga representative niya hindi nasagot yung issue sa question na ni-raise ng committee.